an absolute jewel here, and that literally, that's the name. They are Carlton Jewel.
Here we have a fully restored, circa 1957 Carlton Jewel. The Jewel was a top model that Carlton dreamed up, and they started building them around 1950 or so, and according to the master builder Bob Keeling, who made every one of them, there were only 6 or 7 made, and in part the sales were not very brisk because at the time it was priced 10% higher than a Hetchins magnum opus. So this at one point was the most expensive British lightweight. This bike has been completely restored. Oh, there were 2 different phases, if you will, of the Jewel. The first phase, the earlier frames, were an elaboration on the Carlton International. The International has this fancy scroll work along here, and what they did, it seems they added another layer to it, kind of piggybacked another set of scrolls on top of the scrolls. I really like that design quite a bit. And then they moved to this heart-shaped cutouts with a little dovetail. So this is kind of the second round. Well, one of the interesting things about this bike is, as far as I can tell, the actual chain wheel is custom. It has a stepped wing design, which is mirrored in the side of the stem. And in the restoration, they did a nice little job of kind of mirroring that configuration in the pinstriping.
Who did the restoration?
You know, I don't know. The person who owns it had it restored, and evidently has a number of other bikes he's thinking about selling. I think it might have been Bob Jackson that did the restoration. This looks like it could be a little bit of a variation on the Bob Jackson logo. I didn't find an Argos sticker on it. They're the other premier restoration house. Has a B17 narrow saddle. Let me see if there's anything else noteworthy. The cranks are attractive. I don't know if they're Durax or Dupre. I'm just not sure. I have to do a little more research. And either the Hydrominium brakes are extremely highly polished, or he's gone to the trouble of having them chrome plated. I can't tell which. But you never see GB brakes looking like that.
And talk about the constrictor pedals.
Yeah, these are constrictor boa pedals.
The boa constrictor.
Yes, right. And again, they look to have been re-chromed, but to a very high standard, because you don't see a lot of bumps or bubbling or anything in there.
And Calumet Oilers in the end?
Yeah. Yep, Calumet Oilers, and a fairly, I'm told, early Benelux with the curved arm. So it's just a really pretty thing. I wish I knew who originally owned this machine, but I don't. And as I say, about 6 to 7 of them total were made. I've seen 4 of the 7, and
were they all in the green and purple?
no, not at all. And I don't know if this was restored to original color or not. But I've seen a white one, I've seen a red and blue one, and I've seen a plain red one as well. And then this. There's one there. There's the red and blue one on the British Lightweight site, and also on Hetchins.org. It's there under other brands of bikes. So
I must
there
point
should
out
be.
the little cable caps, you can see it on the rear, painted to match the frame.
Yes, the fenders I'm sure were painted. They're
see
not
that
stock.
on the-
Yeah. He went crazy with it, and I don't even want to tell publicly what little I paid for it, given what it is.
Wow.
But yeah. So there it be. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.